Homeowners unlocking equity with Home Equity Invoice Agreements. A revolutionary approach to construction without traditional financing. Introduction to Home Equity Invoice Agreements. Home Equity Invoice Agreements provide homeowners with an innovative way to leverage their property equity without relying on banks and lenders. What are Home Equity Invoice Agreements? Home Equity Invoice Agreements allow homeowners to convert renovation invoices into equity percentages without traditional financing. This model empowers homeowners to use their property equity directly for construction projects, streamlining payments to contractors without burdensome interest or fees. Challenges of traditional financing. Traditional financing methods, such as HELOCs and hard money loans, often lead to high interest rates and rigid repayment schedules. Homeowners face pressure from upfront payments and ongoing costs, creating financial strain during renovation projects without guaranteed work quality. Advantages of Home Equity Invoice Agreements. Home Equity Invoice Agreements present significant financial advantages by removing bank intermediaries. Homeowners benefit from avoided origination fees, closing costs, and interest payments, while contractors gain motivation to ensure high-quality work due to their stake in property value appreciation. How Home Equity Invoice Agreements work. Home Equity Invoice Agreements revolutionize the renovation financing process by allowing homeowners to utilize property equity for contractor payments while aligning the interests of both parties. Process overview. Home Equity Invoice Agreements initiate with homeowners receiving a standard construction invoice. Instead of traditional cash payments, they convert this invoice into equity percentages based on property valuation, effectively removing bank intermediaries from the equation. Construction invoice conversion. Once a construction invoice is received, property equity is assessed, allowing homeowners to pay contractors via equity rather than cash. This conversion ties the contractor's compensation directly to the property's value, incentivizing quality work and reducing financial risk for homeowners. Payment terms and agreements. Home Equity Invoice Agreements require defined payment terms tailored to both parties' needs. Contracts are publicly recorded to ensure transparency and accountability, outlining equity conversion rates and conditions for future sales, safeguarding all involved parties. Financial advantages for homeowners. Home Equity Invoice Agreements provide homeowners significant financial benefits by reducing costs associated with traditional financing methods. Eliminating high fees. By utilizing Home Equity Invoice Agreements, homeowners can bypass conventional bank intermediaries, avoiding origination fees and closing costs. These savings enhance the budget available for renovations, allowing for more value-added improvements without the burden of high-interest obligations. Flexible cash flow management. Home Equity Invoice Agreements improve cash flow by eliminating the pressure of monthly loan payments, allowing homeowners to allocate financial resources more effectively throughout the renovation project. This flexibility can be particularly important during costly renovations that may extend over several months. Avoiding monthly loan payments. With Home Equity Invoice Agreements, homeowners are not tied to rigid repayment schedules typical of loans, which can create stress and financial strain. This absence of monthly payments allows for smoother cash flow, reducing financial anxiety during extensive renovation timelines, ensuring a streamlined renovation. Summary of advantages. Overall, Home Equity Invoice Agreements empower homeowners by removing financial barriers associated with traditional financing. By avoiding high fees, enabling cash flow flexibility, and eliminating monthly loan pressures, homeowners can intensively focus on their renovation project's quality and timelines. Benefits for contractors. Home Equity Invoice Agreements create a mutually beneficial relationship between contractors and homeowners, fostering quality construction and efficiency. Stakeholder incentives. When contractors accept equity instead of immediate cash, they become invested in the property's long-term value. This alignment incentivizes contractors to deliver high-quality work, as their compensation is directly tied to the property's appreciation, ensuring shared interests and a collaborative effort towards success. Improved workmanship quality. Contractors under the Home Equity Invoice Agreement model are driven by a vested interest in the property's final appraisal. This encourages superior craftsmanship and reduces the tendency for shortcuts, as increased attention to quality directly influences their earnings from equity growth. Efficient project completion. With the equity structure in place, contractors are motivated to expedite project timelines. Their financial stake encourages them to prioritize efficiency and resource management, allowing homeowners to realize their property improvements sooner and with less stress. Addressing implementation challenges. Effective implementation of home equity invoice agreements requires addressing key challenges such as accurate property valuation, robust legal documentation, and clear project scope definitions, all laid out in the structure of the Home Equity Invoice Agreement. Importance of accurate property valuation. Accurate property valuation is crucial for determining equity percentages in home equity invoice agreements. This establishes a fair baseline for all parties, ensuring equitable compensation that aligns with the property's actual value as renovations progress. Legal documentation requirements. Comprehensive legal documentation is vital in home equity invoice agreements to outline equity conversion rates, payment conditions, and dispute resolution procedures. This precise agreement safeguards the interests of homeowners and contractors, reducing potential conflicts during and after the renovation process. Defining project scope and timeline. Clearly defining the project scope and timeline is essential to ensure commitments are understood by all parties involved. This mitigates common renovation pitfalls such as budget overruns and delays, fostering a collaborative relationship between homeowners and contractors. Future of home equity invoice agreements in the construction industry. Home equity invoice agreements are poised to revolutionize the construction industry by fostering collaborative relationships between homeowners and contractors to build wealth together. Industry response and adoption. The construction sector is increasingly responsive to home equity invoice agreement models, with an uptick in adoption rates among property investors. This shift highlights a growing recognition of the benefits alignment of interests and reduced upfront capital requirements brings to both contractors and homeowners. Success stories and case studies. Emerging success stories demonstrate the potential of home equity invoice agreements to enhance project outcomes. Properties renovated under home equity invoice agreement arrangements often reflect superior workmanship and significant value appreciation, illustrating a successful alternative to traditional financing methods. Transforming home renovation experiences. Home equity invoice agreements bring about a transformative experience for homeowners, promoting financial flexibility and risk sharing. This innovative model reshapes renovation projects by creating a more collaborative environment, addressing long-standing industry challenges while enhancing quality and satisfaction.